For me, and I'm sure like a lot of you out there in wildlife photography, the biggest pain point has always been culling my photos, figuring out which images to keep, which images to throw away, and finding something that will get me through that process very quickly. And today we're going to go over my process, what I've found over the years has worked the best for me, see if it works for you. So let's talk about it. Culling the images. It's always been a big headache of mine, but years ago I kind of found a piece of software I like that gets me through that process really quickly. And I developed a method that gets me through taking thousands of images, sometimes 5,000 to 10,000 images a day, to get through that in a very short amount of time, at least short as I can get it down to. And apparently it was on the mind of a lot of you out there also about culling your photos. After last week's video talking about pre-processing images, I got a lot of questions about culling images and what type of software to use and some tips and tricks. So today we're going to talk about what software I use to cull the photos and what method I do to cull my photos to try to get through them as fast as I can and have just enough images at the end of the day that captured the good shots for the day. I want to jump in here real quick and say thanks to DxO for sponsoring this video. They have a Black Friday sale going on right now from 17% up to 50% off if you're a new or returning user. And if you're a new user, use the code WILDALASKA to get you another 5% off on any of the software you buy on the site. And DxO has some amazing software. One of them that I can't live without is DxO Pure Raw 5. That one is the key to my editing process. After I cull, like what we just going through here today, the next step is pre-processing. So when I get to Lightroom, I have a lot less to do. So I get these two steps done, culling, pre-processing. The editing process is extremely, extremely quick, which makes my life a lot easier. Get those two pieces done, I'm a real happy camper. But go check out the DxO site for the Black Friday sale. If you don't have one of those pieces of software, download the trial software, try it out, see if you like it. If you don't, no biggie, move on with your life. If you do like it, there is a Black Friday sale going on. So anyway, back to the video. So let's start with the software I use. Well, the software I use is called FastRawViewer. Found this piece of software like 6 years ago. It has a 30-day free trial, which is just incredible because I like software that I try out to have a full 15, 30-day trial where I can put it in my normal workflow and see if it works for me before I spend money on it. It's very inexpensive also, and you own it forever. You buy it, you have it. You don't have to have subscription plans, all that stuff. So let's open it up real quickly and show you what it is. So what you see in here real quickly is you have a gallery. You can bring each picture up larger. We'll show that in a minute. And then you have all kinds of little windows and panels you can add in here. There's over underexposed statuses, film strips, all kinds of stuff in here you can add if you look right here. But what I have is I have my EXIF info up here. It tells me, what camera I was shooting with, what my focal range was, aperture, ISO, shutter, things like that real quickly. And then it also have a histogram here because I can see if I've got anything blown out or not. I can in this software, which is really cool, you can 5-star or color code just like you can in Lightroom. So when you hit one of these, what's going to do, it's going to add that sidecar onto that image. So when you take this image out of this program and you put it in Lightroom, you will see that, say that I 4-star this or 5-star it. When I bring it in Lightroom, I'm going to see that 5-star. If I get a red color to it, it's going to have a red color in Lightroom. So that sidecar gets put in here and you can use it through Photoshop and Lightroom also, which is really cool. Now for me, I don't 5-star in FastRawViewer unless I just see a shot that I know that's definitely a keeper. I will keep that shot. Because when I do my 5 stars, we'll talk about later, I do that in Lightroom. But figuring out which image to keep, I do that in FastRawViewer. So what I have here is some river otters we shot a while back. And you can see in the bottom left here, we have 1,124 images that we're going to go through. Before we start culling, we need to know why would we keep an image. So that's the first thing I have to determine. So for me, why do I keep images? If I'm going to keep an image, why am I going to keep it? Well, there's a few things. One is a wall hanger. Would I frame it and put it on a wall, or would somebody else want to have it on their wall? That's number one. Number two, am I going to share it on social media? Is it worthy of sharing on social media for whatever reason? Maybe it's just a new species I've never seen before. So I might not need a really crazy shot of it. I just need to find my best shot of it. Let's say I have a bunch of images, they're so-so image, but it's something super rare I've never seen before in my region. I'm going to look through and find maybe 1 or 2 images out of that 50 that I shot, maybe that represent that bird, the best one I took out of that. That's all I'm going to keep out of it. The next thing is duplication of type of images. So if you have a bird and he's sitting on a stalk and he comes back to that same stalk, piece of grass, whatever it is, stump, and it keeps landing in the same spot, and you took 40 different bursts of that bird, unless it's some unique behavior or a crazy different pose or something, or the lighting completely changed or something, you only want to keep a few of those images, if you understand what I'm saying. So you got, 5 bursts of 40, that's 200 images. If that bird just kind of landed each time, it's kind of looking at the same pose, same direction, same everything, you only need to keep 2 or 3 out of that 200 out of there. You don't need to keep a lot of them. So that means don't be attached to your images that you had all these, oh, that's a cool one, that's a cool one. If you look at them, they're pretty much the same picture, so toss it out if you need to. Unless it's that rare species, that rare behavior, or that one-of-a-kind type shot, you're going to have a lot of the same type of images over and over and over. You might get an orange-crowned warbler. Might get him in different places and stuff, but to be honest with you, probably a lot of times he's got the same head pose, same stuff, same type of grass, same type of flowers he's around all the time. You're not getting anything real unique. You get a lot of the same old, same old. So a lot of times when you got those, just toss them out. Unless you just wanted something for social media for that outing, for that day and that time of year or whatever, then maybe you keep it. But otherwise, you're probably tossing that image out. Because what you want to do over time, this is not just this one-time culling, is to think about, do I already have that shot? Do I have that fox in that same log, in that same location, the same time of year, the same everything? Does it look the same, what I had before? Then I'm probably going to toss that image, or I may only keep one of them out of maybe hundreds of those images, because it's the same old, same old. That's kind of the way I call my images. As I go through my images, what am I looking for once I've got those criteria in my head figured out? Well, I'm going to be looking for focus. Do I have pretty close to critical focus? Now, I don't need exact focus, but I'm looking for, do I have good focus? That's the first thing. And with that focus, is it enough focus where maybe if I need to go in post into Lightroom or something else, maybe I can sharpen it up a little bit more, because DxO is going to sharpen a little bit more than I'll see here in this. I'm not really worried about that real crisp sharpness, but is it sharp enough? And can it be in post, pre-processing DxO, or maybe in Lightroom, texture, things like that, to bring that detail back out? That's what I'm looking for in the shot. The next thing is looking at the detail, the ability to pull detail out of an image. Like I had a video or so ago, maybe it was the last video, where I had some horned grebes in the picture of DxO. You can see I don't have a ton of detail on that, but if you watch the video earlier, when I went ahead and edited the image, through going down a little bit of texture and a little bit bringing shadows up, I actually brought the head back on that grebe to see his beautiful red eye, and the detail of his feathers, and the color of the water. But that's what I'm looking for. Does it look like I have enough where I can pull the details out, or are they completely washed out? If they look like they're too washed out, I'm going to ditch the image. But if it looks like I've got enough in there where I can probably pull it out, and you learn it over time through your editing process, can you pull detail out of an image? Next thing I'm looking for is head angle or body angle. So with a bird, if the bird is facing to the camera, or at least 90 degrees to the camera, I'm probably going to keep that head pose. Any pose that's past that, going out to 92 plus degrees that way, so it's not completely flat. If it's going a little bit away, a lot of times I will not keep that photo. I want that beak and that head pointed somewhere towards the camera. I don't want it pointing away. Now, the next thing I'm looking at is background and foreground. What does the background behind my bird, bear, fox, whatever look like, and the foreground? If I've got a bird in a tree and I got too many limbs and it's too busy around them and it just distracts the bird, I'm tossing it, I'm not keeping it. And I want to see, do I have which shot? So if I've got 10 shots in there with the background and the bird's exactly the same, head pose, he hadn't moved, but I've got a bunch of shots. Maybe the leaves are moving in the background. What does the bokeh balls look like? I look for the one that has the more pleasing out of those 8, 10 shots. Which one has the best background of those 10? If the bird, or if it's not a whole lot of movement, I'm looking at the background, the foreground, which one is more pleasing. Now, the next thing I do is I cull in a couple sweeps. So usually I'll go through these images with all those things in mind. Focus, head tilt, foreground, background, exposure. Can I pull the details? Is it unique? And I'll go through them, bump, 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 reject, 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 keep, reject. I might reject the next 50, then keep one. And I go through that pass real quickly, looking at those things. And then I do it fast. And I don't think about it. If I got any question in my head thinking about, should I keep it? I'm going to get rid of it. Just if you're thinking about it, you're spending too much time on it, just get rid of it. You don't need it. You probably got another one if you're trying to decide which of the two. And then what I'll do a lot of times, if I look at it and say, okay, I had 1100, but now I still got 400. Okay, I didn't do a good job. Unless I just had a unique, crazy day where everything was unique. There's no way I should have kept 400 shots out of that. I should have had a lot less than that. I'll make a second sweep through them real quickly and look at them again. And what I'll find is, looky there, I kept 2 of this one burst. And then down here, 56 images later, I got 2 or 3 of another burst that looks exactly like that other burst. So I'll look at those 4 shots maybe in this burst, the 2 shots in that burst, and say, which of these 6 do I want to keep? Are they that unique? And I'll look at them and go, no, they're pretty darn close, and I'll keep maybe 1 or 2 of those, probably just 1 out of those 6. That helps me narrow it down more. That second pass really helps. Now we're going to go into FastRawViewer. We're going to take all that I just talked about, my criteria for culling them down from 1100 down to whatever we're going to get to. At the end of the day, we're going to show you how I do that in FastRawViewer. We're going to show you how I have FastRawViewer set up to work through these quickly. So, got FastRawViewer open. So the first thing we're going to do in FastRawViewer, we're going to go to File, Customize, and we're going to go to Keyboard Shortcuts. The main way this program works is it moves items that you select into a, quote, rejected folder. So what we're going to be is rejecting photos and keeping photos. So we want to do something quickly so we can do that rejection process a lot faster. One key. So we're going to go to File, Copy, Move, Reject. And we're going the next to bottom, this one called Move Current File to Rejected Subfolder. And you can map this to whatever. I mapped it, if you click that, I mapped it to X. So that's my X key right there. So now when I want to reject a photo, I just hit X. We're good to go. So close that. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to open up that very first image in the batch. So we're going to look at this photo real quickly and say, do we want to keep it or throw it away? So real quickly, how to navigate inside this application to look at things. So to zoom in, if a Windows machine, you hit the Windows key. If you're on Mac, you hit the Option and you hit the plus sign. And that will zoom you in. And then you can scroll around where you need to. And then if you hit negative, holding the same key, the Option, the Windows key, it will zoom out. So that's how real quickly you can zoom in to look at your image. And you can say, hey, is that sharp? Is that something I want to keep? So for me, on this image, as I zoomed in, I would look at where are my subjects. They're not bad. I don't care too much about, the tilt, the angle of the frame, because I could always fix that in Lightroom, not a big deal. When I'm laying on the ground, a lot of times I do get the camera a little twisted, not quite level, if I'm not paying attention to my level in the screen. So as I zoom in on this one, just real quickly, sharpness is okay, it's there. It's again, in FastRawViewer, it's going to be a little noisier and not quite as sharp as what you see in the final image when you take the RAW into Lightroom or DxO Pure RAW or whatever, PhotoLab, whatever you're using for your editing software. It's going to be just not quite as sharp. But FastRawViewer is just that, is a FastRawViewer. It gives you a quick representation of that image. You got enough color and enough detail to know, is this going to be good enough? So we'll look at this image right here. This auto looks fine. That auto looks fine. In this batch, I know as I can look here, I can see I probably got about 15 or so in this burst right here. But in this, I can see I've got about, probably 12, 15 images in here. They're all the same. So what I would do real quickly is I hit the right arrow to go right, the left arrow to go left. So I may look at these real fast and go, okay, I see his mouth open. And that's pretty much it. So in these, I'd probably keep the mouth open ones. So let me just go ahead and we'll hit X. We're going to remove, keep that one. Let's look at this one. This is the second one in here. So I'll quickly just go zoom in. Look at him, not bad. Let's go to the right. And actually, I like that one the best. So go back and I delete this one, keep that one. Hit the right arrow key is what I'm doing to go right and left. So I'm going to keep that image right there. I'm going to go right, going to get rid of. So the focus is out on that one, get rid of that one, get rid of that one. Go back, look at the other order, nothing interesting. Delete. These are different, but I don't like it. There's not enough there, so I delete. Just a little bit behind him, get rid of it. So there we go. So out of those 12 or 13 images, I kept this one. Now this one's going to be a second pass photo. I know in my head already. Now I'm going to go to the next batch of burst of images with something. So, because that's usually what you get. You get about, 20, 60 shots as you hold that shutter down, these little bursts you get, because we shoot these really high-speed cameras anymore. So you're going to get these bursts. But I kept one out of those 15. That's how I do it. Now I go to my next image. Got this guy coming out of the water. We can zoom in on him, see what he looks like. And focus is not bad. It's not great. Next one looks a little bit better, so I'm going to delete the first one. So I'm going to delete that one, keep that one. Then I go back and forth. Just keep the one we kept, get rid of that one. These are all the same. See, they're all the same. Head tilt came down a little bit, and I go back and forth the one I kept before and this one and go, which one I like better? Well, you know what? I like the one with the head down more, so I'm going to delete the one I kept a minute ago. Keep this one. Go to the next one, delete. Zoom up. Looks like he's winking at me. Is that cute enough? Yeah, we'll keep the winking one, but we're going to keep both of those. That one there with the head down, one winking. Then I'm going next. I don't like that one. And it's really just now a part of technique. Do I like it? This one, it's cute, but I'm going, I'm not going to keep it. I like it. It's cute, but there's just not enough here. So I'm going to get rid of it. Because again, I'm thinking, if I go, in my head a little bit, it's out. Throwing it, tossing it, gone. Delete. Same thing with this one. If his nose is a little higher, I may have kept it. But here we go. There he goes. He looks like he's going to try to get in the water here. Okay, cute. The only problem is the other otter is a little more out of focus, but maybe I could correct that later. So let's just keep this one and check the next one, because this is going to be a burst, right? Okay, I like the second one better, so I'll do this first one. Keep the second one. And now look at these two. Yeah, that second one looks better than the one I just kept, so let's keep that one. Nope, again, as I go left, right, left, right. I'm looking at both and comparing the two. And I like the second one better, so I keep it. And then I'm going here. And I'm going to get rid of the one I kept a minute ago and keep the second one. And I really like that one, so we're going to keep both of those for now. I like that one too, so I'm going to go back to one I had prior. Get rid of that one out of these two. So again, I'm just comparing the two. And we'll keep that one, delete the second one, delete the third one. I do like the pop of water, but I don't really like its head angle as much, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to keep this one. Going to get rid of that one because I don't like how low his head is. And I'm just going through reject, even though this looks really good focus-wise. Going to get rid of it. He's just a little too low in the water to me. Still deleting. That one's cute, kind of, but just his eyes aren't open on the right, so I'm going to get rid of it. Still don't like it. Still don't like it. Getting better. His eyes are open. Okay, get rid of it. Okay, that one's possible keeper, so I'm going to try to keep it. Next one. His paw is, I don't like that one as much. That one's, just don't like his head angle there. I like the interaction of the two, but I just don't like the head angle. So here we go. If they were by themselves each, it'd be cute, but I'm going to get rid of it. I'm just deleting right now. And still deleting. Now, see, this one would be nice if I had probably a wider focus. Probably should have had F8 or F11 here. I'm shooting 5.6. So I got focus and out of focus, focus and out of focus. Sad because this is really cute. Now I got to remember, I'm zoomed in, right? So if I go back out, that's what the full image looked like. I'm just in closer so I can kind of look at the focus of it, So delete, delete. I'm deleting because the first otter is out of focus. Now you can have that one otter out of focus, one in focus. That's fine, but I'm just looking for that, which is better. Can I focus on one or not? And I haven't seen it yet. So I'm just going to go through these and I'm just delete, delete, delete. Now I got something interesting. This is more unique. I'm going to keep this image. Second pass, may dump it. May think I don't want it. But I'm going to keep it. It looks cute. He's shaking. Got his tongue out. So I'm going to get rid of that one because snow's blocking his tongue. Same thing. Almost cute. I'm gonna keep that one. That's a definite keeper. I'll have to fix the focus on the front one. Just looking for something cute is what I'm looking for. Keep that one. No. Again, go back and forth. Tick, 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 right, and back and forth. I'm just looking for ones I want to keep. These are cute, but they're just something I don't like about it with the, the way the angles of them. I just don't like it. It's probably pretty cute if I zoomed in on one or the other. Notice that over here, you see all the eggs, the row over here. They were eating some salmon on the ice. Again, I'm just deleting, not seeing anything in here I really like. Again, if it's just questionable, it's out. It's out the door, gone. And I don't see anything in there that I really liked. This one could be nice. I'm jumping in here. It could be nice because I could zoom in and crop something, but I'm going to delete it anyway. What I don't like is that tail going across his face. Now, that could be interesting. Problem is, why I don't like this one is the other otter behind it. This right in here. I just don't like it. Otherwise, it's cute. And I also know what I shot later in the day, so I'll get rid of them. Still looking at them, see what I like. I don't like the other otter behind him. I bet his head's out of focus. It is. We're looking here at this burst here. Haven't seen things, and back out a little bit. Another otter was coming out of the water. I was down really low, trying to get as low as I could to smooth this snow out and stuff. I was down in the snow with them. So let's look at this one, zoom in a little bit. And I will keep this one and keep moving on. Again, the head angle is what I said a while ago. It's facing away from me. So I probably should reject that one. I'm going to, because the head angle, remember, is not 90 degrees. It's behind past 90 degrees. Let's delete it. I don't like it. Delete, delete. Okay. This one here, keep looking. Nope, we're going to delete that one. Keep the second one. Compare the two. Keep that one. So I'm just comparing the two and deleting one each time. So which one do I like best out of these two? Like that one. That one I'll keep also, it's not bad. Delete, 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 delete. Head fake angles away. Again, I like that angle, so I'm going to keep it. Now, remember this one back here. That one there with the angle away, and that one there. I'm looking at those two. I'm going to get rid of that one that we did the very first one. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one. All right, we got these two guys back farther in the hoarfrost grass. Don't like it, I don't like the eyes on him. Delete, delete, delete. Let's just go through these fast. All right, here we go. I like that one. And we're gonna go to the next one. Delete, 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 delete. Looking for anything unique in here. Now compare these two, and I'm going to keep the second one, get rid of the very first one I had before. I'm just looking for something interesting. Out of focus. The one behind's in focus. I love when that happens. I get the wrong one. Now, could I zoom in and get that? I could, but I don't like it. Get rid of it. Zoom out a little bit. So what happens when you get really low, it was hitting it so fast, I had that back otter focused. Now, hopefully it comes back on the front otter. And it doesn't look like it ever did. Never got the focus back. This one, almost like it, almost like it. We're gonna get rid of it. I kind of like it, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Mainly because his head angle's wrong on the front. That one's better. See what the next one looks like. Oh, keep that one, get rid of this one. Getting better, getting better. There we go. Now that one I'm going to keep. Unique looking, okay? Yep, I like that one. That was really unique. And I may only keep this otter on the left. May not. It may get rid of the one on the right. I don't know. So editing will be, find out later. Delete. Again, let's zoom in on this guy. This could be cute. Nope, focus is just not critical here. Got motion blur is what it is. I'm shooting 1/1000 of a second, but you know, it's probably me moving a little bit more. All right, this one here, I like that one. I'll keep it. See if there's any better in that burst. Okay, we're going to delete the first one I kept again and keep this one. This one is kind of interesting. That focus is just not on the eye. And delete it. Let's just zoom in here a little bit more and see if any of these I can recover. That one I can recover a little bit. All right, what we got here? Next burst. So again, you see I'm going through bursts. I'm looking at a burst and keeping a couple photos. Now, what I could do is go back and look at these. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping like that burst. I kept 2 basically. Next one I kept those 2. Here's the next burst. And oh, it'd be so cute if his eyes are open. I don't mind the foggy. There we go. We're going to try to keep that one up. Keep the next one. So again, remember going back and forth. Next one I don't like. So that first one I kept, this one out. Now I'm going to compare these 2, and they're completely different body poses. Okay, so I will keep both of these unless I find one better on this little burst. All right, I like that one, really cute. Do I have a better one to that? Exactly the same, exactly the same. Focus better. Focus is better on the next one, so we'll keep that one. Cute, but we're going to get rid of it. I'm also looking for glint in the eye, right? So the light's a little off to his other side, his left eye, not his right eye, so we're not getting as much glint in these. And I'm still looking to see if I see, okay, now that is cute, but it looks a lot like, no, it doesn't. So that one's nice. This one's nicer, but we're keeping both of them. Now we're looking at head angles again. See, these 2 are almost identical, but I like that one better than that one. So we're going to get rid of the one we saved several frames ago. Now we're just looking through these. Oh, been good if that would have hit focus. Now we hit focus and his head's facing away. I probably single pointed that. Okay, this one's nice, but his head's facing away, so we're not going to keep it. It's not a bad angle, but it's just still facing too far away from me. I don't like it. All right, more in the burst. Again, I could look down here at the bottom and tell how many are in the burst, and I only got like, 3 in this one. So nothing, because the eyes are gone. Now this is cool. I'm going to keep this one. Looks like I have 4 in this burst. Let's see which one's the best. Because again, I look down here and see 4. So out of these 4, first one looks the best. Keep that one, get rid of the next ones. Going over here, this is no eyes, no nothing. The eye is the most important part of an animal to me most of the time, especially otters. So I'm looking for the eye, that's okay, but my focus is hitting over here, not over here. It's all my fault. When you get there, you just get a little click happy. These otters popped up and we were just thrilled. We were just freaked out. We had these otters and that close. I mean, that's the full frame. I'm at 500 millimeters too. So, they were pretty close. And I like this one. Even though the tail of this guy's cut off, I'm probably going to crop it into a headshot anyway. Are there any better in this one? Yep, I'm going to keep the second one because I like the foot pose better. Out of these 2, keep that first one. I'm going to keep one of these. I'll maybe come back in second pass and get them more. Delete. Head angle's good. Eye has no glint in it. I'll toss it out. Going to keep one of these. I like that one. Even though the eye's not open, I kind of like it. No, keep the next one, like it better. Reason I'm tossing these, I don't like the focus on the head very much. It's not as good as I want it to be. I could go in here and sharpen that up. I could a lot, but I'm going to have a lot of the same shots, so I want to keep as few as possible. This is cute, but I can probably get the focus back, but I don't need it. I've already kept 29 photos, so let's just keep moving. I've got 708 left, right? Kind of cute, sleeping, so let's zoom out just a little bit. Gonna keep that one, maybe got a better one in here. Let's see. Okay, I'll keep the second one. Keep the third one. So out of those sleepy looking ones, zoom out, look at them again. Okay, out of those 3, I'm gonna keep that one. So there's about 10 of those, so I kept 1 out of those 10. All right, the next ones, these are nice. We're starting to get the light on them a little bit, a little overexposed. Keep the first one. Oh, I deleted the first one, sorry. Okay, keep that one. That's a good one. Get a lot of those. What made it easy to get those? Well, we don't know where we just went to the background, boy, didn't we? Went from there, just right to the background. Keep the second one. What I'm doing here is seeing how many is in that burst. So I kind of know when I'm kind of watching the bottom to see when I get through that burst. Keep the second one. That one. All right, I kept 2 out of that burst. That was a tough one. All right, that's cool. I like that. So looks like I've got 2 of these. That's tough. All right, that one and that one. Well, they're tough. I'm going to keep the first one. These are tough. Get rid of that one, keep that one. I like the motion of the paw. Keep that one right there. Get rid of that one. The nose up I like. More nose up. Slide. He's just jumping and sliding towards me what he's doing. He's real curious right there. And I've got a bunch. See a bunch in this burst. So we're going to keep that one, that one. Another set of bursts. I like that one. See if we keep it. So far we're keeping it. If I get his head raised up more like that, we're going to keep one of those. Okay. So out of those, we're keeping that one, that one, that one, that one. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that one. 1, 2, 3 out of that burst. Turn his head to the right. Too much motion blur. Love the background. Look at this background. Love that. And that bokeh is beautiful. But we got motion blur in the head. He was boogieing. Look at that. He ran away from us. So what happened is he was sliding to us, got real close to me and looked at me going, oh, I don't like that thing, and ran away. I was an ugly looking otter, I guess. All right, he's running the water. There's nothing going to be in this series, so we can real quickly. Really pretty light, but head angle's bad. Get rid of, get rid of, get rid of. I like that one. So those are all the same. All 3 or 4 of those are the same. Just delete them. That's cute, but something about it I don't like. And I got 2 otters here. Nothing interesting. Now, this was one going in the poop in the woods in the grass. So we're looking for something interesting here. Good focus. Keep that one. Keep that one. Head down. That's what he's doing there. He's pooping and peeing out in the woods. He did grass. He does a little snaky tail. These are all exactly the same, right? Everyone was exactly the same. That's what I talked about, a burst. See, nothing, it's just all the same shot, right? I could find which head pose do I like better. I'm going to keep one of these. I'm going to actually get rid of that one and keep one of these. And because they're just all just fractional things. So you're looking for something maybe a little bit different. Head tilt's different there. Yeah. Keep that one. Get rid of that one. Now we're clipping his nose, so I can't keep them. He's going to go in the water. This one, head angle's wrong. That's really cute, but you really can't tell what it is, but it's cute. Here we get otter pooping in the snow back here. That's what they do. They poop and pee at the same time. They do like little snaky things. So I'm going to look for one, maybe where I got a good facial expression. That's a cute one, even though he's pooping. And peeing. So he's peeing, was pooping and peeing. They do it all at the same time. I'm going to keep one of these just for fun. They're poop and pee, same time. Let's get that one. See his little feet going up? Did he look at me while I'm pooping? Keep that one. Okay, head angle's wrong. Not bad. Is anything better in here? Just deleting. I'm not seeing anything like different. What I do is I go back and look at the previous one. It's a different side, but Not seeing anything really special in here. I'm going to keep that one. Delete, delete. Keep that one. I don't like the tail, the pole to the tail, but what could I do? Walter looking up. This is this. Gonna keep that one. Keep moving. Bad, but a little blurry. Keep that one. Just deleting. Gonna keep that one. It's good focus. Keep that one. Keep that one. Keep that one, but go back and look at that one. Delete that one. I don't want to sleep in back here. Get rid of that one and keep that one. So I mean, if I remember I had a shot earlier in this burst, I'm going to go back and look at that one. So we've gone through about 800 of these. I only kept 61 so far. Just deleting. Kind of like that. I'm going to keep it for now. Going to keep that one for sure, like the mouth open. See, we're getting all the same head pose. They're just a little different, and exposure's the same. Everything. This is really good exposure for kind of high key with a little bit of detail in it, but it's nothing different on it. You know, just kind of the same stuff over and over and over. You have a tendency to keep several of those, but I've gotten where I just want to toss them. I just don't want to keep it. Just the same shot I've gotten over and over. Now, this is a little different because it's back hump. We'll do another pass and look again. Don't like the head angle. I don't know why. Just not looking at me enough, or got enough of them looking away. He's going to go in the water. Again. It's different than that one on the mouth. That's it. We're done. So 67 out of 1100. So now what I would do is I would start all over real fast. Say, do I like them all or not? So the very first picture, delete. Well, I thought I'd keep it, and I'm getting rid of it. That one, keep the first one, keep that one, delete that one, don't want it. Remember I talked about those better pictures later? Keep this one, I don't know, maybe we'll just do with that later. That one, get rid of it. That one, get rid of it because they're both not in focus. That one, getting rid of it, don't want it. That one, I'm going to get rid of it because we had better ones later. Remember with the snow and stuff? Get rid of that one. I'm going to get rid of that one also. Get rid of that one also. I'm going to keep that one. Keep that one. Keep that one for sure. That's probably the cutest one. I like his little expression. That one, we're going to get rid of. That one, going to get rid of. Get rid of that one. Just a second pass, remember? This one here, I'm going to look at it closer. Nope, get rid of this one. Keep that one. Keep that one. Nope, I'm going to get rid of that one. Keeping that one for sure. Keeping that one for sure. Get rid of that one. Keep that one. Keep that one. Keep that one. Love that one. Keep that one. That one. Get rid of that one. Keeping that one. Keeping that one. Keeping that one. Keeping those. Those are the best ones. I think that one's just a banger right there. Love the background. Love the thing. That's the definitely 5 stars. So what I do a lot of times when I see one like that, I go and hit the 5-star here. So now that when I go to Lightroom, that one's going to have a 5-star in it. All right, keep looking through them. Keeping. Deleting. Keeping. That one. Going to keep it. We're going to have to really figure out how to crop that one. Keep that one. These are just for me. I probably won't never do anything with those. They're just cute to be, that they're peeping and peeing. That one's questionable. I'm tossing it. I'm going to keep the eagle just for nostalgia's sake. Keep that one. Keeping that one, even though the focus is kind of goofy. Maybe we'll fix it. Okay, these are what I said was keep them because of the body angle. Yes, this square, that one's all humped up. Okay, that's it. So now we're down to 48 at 1100. So that's what we did. So there's where we are. Got all those down. So now all I do is when I go into Lightroom, now I'm gonna do is 5-star them. So that didn't take that long. I mean, we could time it and figure out what it was. It took longer for me to explain it to you than we normally go through it. Normally I would go through that in my head saying that I'm going fast. So out of 1100 pictures, I kept 48. Out of that, I'll probably edit 20 of those, maybe half of them, may have it out of them, but probably about half of them I'm going to edit, because those ones where he's pooping, I'm not going to edit those. I've just got those for my own keeping. Now, what happened when we did all that? Let's show you what this is when you look at the folder structure. So now let's go look where I have these pictures saved. So now we look in the folder where these were saved. So this is the root folder. So what I had in here was my videos from that day and all my images. Well, as I was hitting X, it created this folder called rejected. So all those files that I hit X to are inside here still. There they all are. So all those 1076 are still here. I didn't get rid of them. They're still here. But now they're in a folder called rejected. So these files right here, these 48, that is what I kept. So those are the ones that I'm going to throw through DxO and pre-process. What I do in the meantime is these rejected ones, I leave here for about a month. And then I'll maybe come back later and I'll think, hey, do I need any more of these auto pictures? Did I need something I didn't have here? Maybe when I went to edit, the one that I kept, something was just out of focus. I could go back into rejected, find that batch of 8, maybe I had of that exact same picture and see if one of them has better focus. Then after a few months that I don't need it, I will go here and I will delete that folder. Now all I have is left is these NEFs. After I process them to DxO, and I've got them in DxO, then I'll come back and delete these here. I'll probably let them sit for a month or two. If I don't need these anymore, don't want to reprocess them through DxO, I delete them, get rid of them. So all my original RAWs at some point will all be deleted. All I have left is the DxO files that I have left. That's how I call them. FastRawViewer. Works really good, extremely fast. You can just fly through those files. So in FastRawViewer, it moves really fast because I can just go through these things a billion miles an hour. That's just me putting the arrow on the right, just going through them. That's how fast it moves. I can't move that fast in Lightroom to go to the next picture. But that's what I use. I hope now you know how to use FastRawViewer. Like I said, it's 30-day trial on this guy. I think it cost me $18 6 years ago. Never paid another penny for this thing. Had it this whole time, never needed it. The upgrades come free. I haven't had to buy anything new, which has been really nice. I don't have an affiliate code or anything for it, but I do have a link in the description. You guys want to go download it for yourself. I like software that's cheap, that works well, and works very well. And this thing has always worked well for me. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did enjoy the video or you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. That's just the best way to help support the channel here and help us reach more people. And as always, guys, until next time, get outside and go run that shutter.